In this lesson, we are going to create a next app with shadcn. Let's start by creating a new folder on desktop. Set the folder name to whatever you like. I'm going to set it to next-shadcn e-commerce and drag it inside VS Code. Then go to terminal, create a new terminal, and make the VS Code maximized. In the next step, let's follow this guide. The first command is creating next app using npx, but here I'm going to use pnpm because it's much faster and easier to handle packages. So click here, select pnpm, go back to the terminal, paste the command. It's gonna be pnpm create next app, replace my app with dot because we are going to create the next application in current folder. Enable TypeScript, --TypeScript, Tailwind, and ESLint. Press enter. For the first question, would you like to use src folder? No. App router? Yes. Default import alias? We're not gonna customize it? No. And then it start installing packages using pnpm. Let's go for step 2. It's initializing shadcn UI. Like before, click on paste icon, select pnpm, and paste the command here. It's gonna be pnpm dlx shadcn-ui @latest init. It initializes the folders, create some files. So we need to answer questions. Which style would you like? The default one. Which color would you like? The default one, slate. And would you like to use CSS variants for colors? Let's put it as default, yes. And that's it. What we have is component.json, edited tailwind.config, and some new packages in the dev dependency of package.json. Also, it creates live folder. Inside that, we have utils. The function inside utils is cn to merge classes together. Also, it edited globals.css and added some stuff here. Let's go for next step, step 3. We already answered these questions. Let's go for adding Google font. Here we can use Inter or any other fonts that we'd like. Here we already have Inter font. I'm going to replace it with Poppins font and rename it as Font Sans. Then define font sans based on the guide. For Poppins, I need to set the weight to get rid of TypeScript error. I'm gonna use two weight, 400 for normal font and 600 for bold. Right before this, import cn from the libs utils folder and then replace the class name with these classes: minimum height screen, make it full height, set background color, use the font sans that we created here, and use anti-alias. Also, we're gonna mix them with the font sans that we have defined here. So the whole application will use the Poppins font that we have defined here. After importing the font in the root layout, let's go to the next step. It's configuring tailwind.config. In the Explorer, find tailwind.config, find theme, inside theme, find extend, inside extend, right before colors, add font family equal to this object, sans, put an array, use variable font sans, and the second item in the sans array is ... font family.sans. Let's import font family. At the very beginning, import font family from tailwind css/default. Save the code. That's it. Based on the documentation in shadcn UI, the last step is testing. Let's add a button by this command. Here, I'm not gonna use npx, so I click here, select pnpm, open terminal, and run this command, pnpm dlx shadcn UI add button. By this command, we can add other components from shadcn, like alert, accordion, and other stuff that we have at this address. ui.shadcn.com. Awesome, it's been added. Let's test it. Go to app/page.tsx, get rid of all content inside return part, and then define a div. Inside div, import button from @/components/ui/button. Set the caption to button and close the button component. Get rid of image, save the code, and let's test the result. To test it, open terminal and run npm run div. Great, it's ready. Control click or command click on Mac, and there we are. We have a button from shadcn. It has style and it works. Next step, go to the theme. Here we have different theme. I'm going to orange theme because it's very similar to amazon.com. Click on orange, copy the code, copy this, and then go to globals.css, find the layer base completely, delete it, and paste the code right here. Go to the application. Here is the button. It's orange. Great. We successfully created next application with shadcn UI. At the very end, I'm going to push the code on GitHub. First of all, you need to create GitHub account and connect it to VS Code, and then go to the source control, enter a message. It's create next app with shadcn, and click on commit. Then click on publish branch. I already connected to GitHub. If you're not connected, you need to enter your email and password on GitHub to connect VS Code to GitHub. Then enter a name for the repository. I'm going to make it next-pg, stand for Postgres, -shadcn-ecommerce. Then select public repository. I'm going to make it public. If you would like, you can make it private. Then it's publishing to GitHub, uploading files, and click on open on GitHub. That's it. Here is the repository address. You can use this to access to all files, images, and source code of the project. At this address, github.com/basir/next-pg-shadcn-ecommerce. Great, that's it about this lesson. Until next lesson, bye-bye.